JB Mathers now with Kristen Huffman, who played for Kyle Baxter's dad, Coach Baxter, I assume. Thank you for joining us. All right, Kyle is fresh off the show here. What was it like playing for Kyle's dad? He's not listening, so you can tell us whatever you want.
It was really intense. He was a great coach, and he pushed you to the limit. And I ended up playing for him my sophomore year, and he threw me in at the post, and I had never played, and I was like, oh no, like I don't know how to play. And I ended up playing post all through high school, and he's just a really good coach and helped me along the way and got me to where I am today.
So of course you get a chance to watch the boys play a little bit. Do you ever watch Kyle when he might screw something up and go, boy, Dad's gonna have something to say with him on that one?
Yeah, I remember in high school his dad even did that too, and I'd be like, uh-oh, Baxter's gonna have something to say tomorrow.
Glad I'm not having dinner there tonight.
Yeah.
Okay, talk about Kyle came here, so I'm sure that when the recruiting process got started, did Kyle's selection or the knowledge of Humboldt State, did that play any role, or did you maybe ask Kyle or his dad any of those questions about what Humboldt State was all about?
I did talk to Kyle about the school, and he said he really loved it, and so that played a little part in like really having a little interest in the school. So when I came up here, I was like, I can totally see why he loves it here so much. Just the people and the school and the campus, and the team is great. So I think it did have a little part in it.
There you go. And it's got to be nice too, knowing that the parents can carpool. But 5 hours, I think that's like the perfect distance to be from your parents. You can see them, you can get the laundry done, but they're not just going to show up on your doorstep, right?
Yeah.
And now tell us, you were telling me off the break, you actually signed, you didn't play your senior year, and you signed beforehand. Give us the scoop on that.
I had been playing for our AAU team, NorCal Elite, and Coach Gleason had seen me play all summer long, and she had been keeping in contact. And so I had only been playing in a couple tournaments in high school, and they were like, okay, we want you to come to our school. And so I was like, yeah, I'm ready to come. And so then like a month later, I was playing in a game, and I just went down, and I was like, oh no, like I'm laying on the ground thinking like, my season's done, like how am I gonna tell Coach Gleason, and she's gonna be so mad. And so then I called her, I told her, and she was like, oh, and she could sympathize a little bit because she has torn both her ACLs.
Right.
So.
I think, you see Jody was like the hardcore intramural girl out there, and I think she may have toned it down a little bit now that, she ruined both her knees. But how happy were you that you did? Is it traditional to sign beforehand, or did you make a leap of faith kind of signing with Humboldt, and how happy were you that you signed before that knee went down?
A lot of people were like, are you sure you want to sign right now? You might get offers after the season. But it was just like, this is the right school. Like, it felt like this is where I need to be. Like, I don't want to go anywhere else but here. So when I did sign, and after I did it, I was like, thank you, God. Like.
Yeah, I mean, what do you think? Do you ever think about what would have happened if you didn't sign? I mean, I'm sure Jody and Skip, the player, obviously that didn't affect. I mean, you're playing a ton now as a freshman. But does it ever in the back of your mind, you go, thank goodness I did.
Yeah.
I could be at Sac City College playing right now.
Exactly, and I always sat in the back like, man, if I hadn't signed, I'd be going to American River College right now, and maybe I have to transfer somewhere else, and hopefully and hopefully I can go somewhere else. But thankfully I did sign.
So what about it, Kyle? And people have mentioned the fans, they like that. But what about Humboldt State sold you? You realized obviously early that you didn't want to wait for that bigger, better offer. You knew this is the place, no matter what happens, you want it to be.
I met with my sociology advisor, and he just really sold me on the program and all the classes I could take and all the opportunities I would have after graduating, and just everything about the school. Like, I love the foresty part of it, and then you can just drive to Trinidad and you can get the beach. So it's perfect. And like you said, 5 hours away, so it's just perfect.
Perfect. That was about 4. It was the way to go. So really, it's more than just on campus. You love the whole area.
Yeah, I love everything about it, and the people and the towns, and how they'll just come right up to you and ask you how your day is going. And
Now, is that strange? Because we've been talking to people, and that's one thing you're used to. I mean, even the red shirts. Who are you? They'll come to the games. What's your deal? Was it strange at first? I mean, I doubt in Sacramento a lot of people, hey, there's a girl that plays for El Camino. But, I mean, you are a bit of a celebrity here in Humboldt County.
Yeah, it's really different because in Sacramento, people just, give you, a little, snare on the street. And here, people are smiling at you, and they'll come up to you and say, I've seen you play, and, you guys had a really good game. And it'll be like, oh, thanks.
Now, did Jody and Skip and maybe the seniors, you know, Brittany Taylor, Taylor Kilgore, Paige Peterson, there's responsibility that comes with that as well. You know, as an 18-year-old, I'm sure there's, you know, 18-year-olds get in trouble sometimes, but do the coaches and the older players say, hey, look, you know, there is a bigger, you know, spotlight and there's going to be more scrutiny on you guys?
Oh, yeah. They've had the talk with us, and, you know, you have to watch everything you do, you know, whether it's on Facebook or, you know, if you're going out to parties, you know, make sure you're being responsible. And it's always about representing the program, and it reflects on Coach Jody and Coach Skip. And, you know, I always try to think about that when whatever I'm doing, and just making sure it's a positive image of Humboldt.
All right, the first thing I noticed when I saw the Lady Jacks play this year, I was like, wow. I know Jody's done a great job recruiting, her and Skip, but the depth and the freshmen, so many of you young players are now playing. First off, what's it like after not playing last year? I'm sure you had some confidence issues going into this year, and obviously you've answered that bell. So just talk about you and your performance as you've got started here in your early career at Humboldt State.
I was a little nervous, and especially coming in playing behind Brittany Taylor, who's a preseason All-American.
Not bad.
So I was just like, that was amazing when I heard that. I was so happy for her, and the fact that I can even get in the game as much as I do, it's just, you know, my dad's always like, yeah, you got in the game, and he gives me all my stats. And it is weird coming from like junior year in high school to freshman year in college. So
yeah, it's one jump to make from high school to college, but oh, by the way, I didn't play my senior year.
Yeah. I just, you know, work really hard and with physical therapy beforehand. And
how is the knee? A lot of time the knee, it can be touchy in between the ears. Is it good?
It's good, and everyone's always like, hey, nice brace, because it's yellow and green.
Colorful, yeah, I noticed that.
So everyone always notices it. So, you know, just play hard every game.
Well, Kristen, we look forward to many more visits with you. Thanks for joining us. By the way, we're going to get Axelful next right here on Humboldt State Tonight.